All right. Uh-oh. Check. Check 1, 2. Hello? How's that? Are we here? Dang it, YouTube. I think I'm here. Okay. Yep, I'm here. Man, that is quite a bit of lag. Sorry about that. Hi everybody. Welcome back to a stream. Howdy doody, buckaroonies. Say hi to the chablet. Hi chat. The chablet is you. You are within the chablet. The chablet is within you. I guess we'll give everyone just a moment to get here. All right, sounds good. Cool. New streaming setup. Yes, I got a couple new things for streaming I'm not allowed to talk about yet. So forgive me if there's any technical issues. I just troubleshooted everything for like an hour beforehand. So like, I think we're good. In the event we're not though, I guess we'll debug it live. So yay. My mom wants to know. It's mature because it'll make you want to blow your money, I guess. I don't know. I'm probably going to swear a bunch. Whatever. It happens. Don't need the chat. The chat needs me. Exactly. Louder, please. All right. Couple dB louder. I think that's peaking in the yellow. So I think that's good. Cool. Yeah. All right. Good. Good. I don't want to put it up much more than that because I think it's going to start clipping. Anyways, yeah, so I'm back. I just went to Knobcon in Chicago, Illinois. Well, Schaumburg, Illinois, but Chicago area, for those of you not familiar with your Illinois geography. Got to hang out with Ben Jordan and Red Means Recording and Jason Gilman, who's in the chat. Nick, Mowgli, another YouTube channel. Div Kid was there. Travarsi was there. I mean, tons of people were there, you know, a lot of cool people. So that was super fun. Got to do that and then hung out for a couple days, went to the Brookfield Zoo, and then I went home down through Indiana and I stopped at the Sweetwater Family Compound, which was pretty cool. I played a couple guitars that I really, really want, and I made the mistake of playing a Moog Subsequent 37. So my wallet is itching real bad. But nonetheless, I have no money left because I bought something at Knobcon. And my dog, Ollie, who is allergic to everything, has now developed even more allergies for some reason and has a huge cut on his back and on his butt and on his tail, we think, from the groomer. So I'm pretty pissed off about that, and I need to call them tomorrow to ask what the fuck. Because that was, yeah, it was like a $300 vet bill, and now he has to eat special food, like his sister, who also has to eat special food. So I now have probably the two most expensive dogs in existence. So, good times. Yeah, at Knobcon, I bought a Landscape Noon. It's the passive drum machine thing. That should show up sometime in the next week or two, I think. So that's going to be super exciting. And I also got the Future Retro Vectra, which is what we're streaming with here tonight. So now that everyone's here, I guess the news, real quick, I have news. There's Ollie, most expensive dog in the world. What do you have to say for your allergies? All right. Good talk, buddy. Cool, that's working. All right. In the news, I have two new free things you can go get. First up, a brand new decent sampler instrument I created with the Neutral Labs Elmira 2. It's available on my Gumroad page. You can find the link to that on my website. So I got this. So that's pretty cool, and that's totally free, which is exciting. It's 10 different patches I made with the Elmira 2, the Empress Eurobureau, and the PWM Malevolent. I have a new phase plant library, which is also totally free, also on my Gumroad page. Lots of cool sequences and cool things like that. That's free for $0 free. You can get that. It's got I can't remember how many patches. I think it's like 20 patches and like 50 some new samples, all based around the new granular oscillator. So that's cool. And also Cube. From Lunacy Audio, my new pack with Lunacy Audio called Dust is out now, but the intro sale is over. But I asked them for one more special code, so if you go to Lunacy Audio's website and get Dust, you can enter the code Mustache10. I should type that in the chat. That is the discount code. That'll get you $10 off, so you get my expansion pack for only 19 bucks. And if you hit redeem offer on the product page for Dust, you could get Cube Mini for free as well. And that sounds like this. And like this. So that's pretty cool. And that's my news. Oh, and I just finished designing another decent sampler instrument today that's also going to be free. While I was at Knobcon, I went around to different booths and asked them to sample like a low note, a middle note, and a high note. So I sampled like 30 different things. Some of the recordings didn't come out usable just because like levels and just insanity. But I made a new free instrument called Synth Box, which I think I'm going to put out next week. This is one of my favorite patches. And, oh, I got to sample a Fairlight, but the Fairlight was broken, so it's this really cool broken Fairlight sample. So that is going to be free next week. Yeah, so if you want to go get my Lunacy Audio Expansion Cube, you can enter Mustache10 at checkout and get $10 off. And that ends next Friday. And that's the last discount code they're going to offer. Because I got a bunch of messages asking to get the deal, but people missed the deal. So I asked them to extend the deal, and that's the most they're going to extend it. So if you want my Cube expansion, use the code, 19 bucks, you get it. The other things are free. They're technically pay what you want. So if you enjoy them and you want to support my goddamn dog and his goddamn allergies chewing on things, you could pay what you want. You could give me $1. You could give me a couple dollars. Or you could give me nothing and take it. So that's up to you. Hi, Mr. Allergies. Do you want to say anything? Do you want to tell them about the children's book we're going to write about the hound dog who's allergic to everything? You're a good boy. All right. So that's the news. Let's get into this, shall we? All right. Now I should be able to... Ba-bam. Except I need to do that. And now we should be all right. Hopefully. Yep, that looks good. Okay, so this is Vectra. It has no onboard delay and effects. Use the code where, when, how. If you go to Lunacy Audio's website and get Dust, add it to your cart, you'll be asked to enter a code. So yeah, this is Vectra. This is just a quick patch I made. It has no onboard effects, so right now it actually just sounds like this. But this is with tape delay and ultraverb. And man, I am excited as hell about this thing. I guess, so like long story short, I wanted one of these a little while ago, and I called my guy in Nashville at Retro Gear Shop and asked if they had a Vectra, and he said, we just sold the last one. And then like a month later, Future Retro went out of business. And I was like, damn it. So that really sucked. But then they came back, and now they're back. So at Knobcon, they had a couple pre-production units of the Vectra, and they set one aside for me. How cool is that? So I have one of like under a dozen pre-production units with like the nice wooden end caps and shit. So I am hyped on this thing. Like, I cannot tell you how excited I am to finally play this thing. I have wanted one for like forever now, and then they were out of business, so I thought it would never happen, but now they're back. So this is Vectra, and it is crazy. I have been looking forward to this thing for ages because it's just weird, and it's really deep and modulatable and crazy, and that's just totally right up my alley. So let's, I guess, just kind of explore it. I will warn you, given that this is a pre-production unit, of course, like some things are maybe subject to change between now and release. I believe their plan is like November. And I don't know if like the firmware on this is final or what, so some things may change. Excuse my dog chewing on shit in the background. Bob. Yeah, so it's a 4-voice, not polyphonic, I was mistaken originally. It's a 4-voice paraphonic synthesizer that combines digital oscillators, analog filters, and there's like 8 different filter types, if I remember right. Somewhere in the neighborhood of like 500 modulation points, 500 some waveforms, vector mixer, yeah, and like loopable envelopes, LFOs with 500 wave shapes that could be used to like FM shit. Yeah, it is wild. So let's play with like the vector mixer here. So right now the other 3 waveforms are off, which I believe we need to go into the envelope. Oh, we need to go into frequency and turn off poly. So that way we could blend between waveforms and stuff. Let's get like a long envelope. Filter envelope. Like just sort of a long. So that's Vectra. The keys are capacitive, like the micro freak. So if I touch here and then like bring my finger down, that's the equivalent of aftertouch, which is cool. And it has a sequencer built in. I don't understand the sequencer at all yet. I tried to watch a video on it, but it's like 54 minutes and I don't have the attention span. So I need to look into the manual more. So I don't know a whole lot about the sequencer other than how to play it. I think my DAW is at 92. So that's pretty cool. Really big sound. It's really, really cool. And the filters sound excellent. I love how, like, squeaky they are. So just to demo, like, a couple more patches, I guess. Changing the filter type. Sounds like we have a filter envelope here, or filter LFO. Oh, and we have a bunch of different envelope modes as well. So there's customizable, linear, logarithmic, and exponential. So a whole lot to explore there. Like the 303 sound. Really, really well done here. So yeah, that's like the 303 sounds. Every patch has a sequence built in. Which is cool, because like you could change the filter type, the mixer, the mod and pitch, the XY, which is freely assignable as an XY mod source. You could change the fucking waveforms, the filters, the LFO shapes and stuff, just like all on the fly, and it doesn't stop, and that goes hard. Like, this is fun. So this is like some poly chords and stuff. So the waveforms of the LFO, for example, we can have the standard like sine, triangle, ramp, saw, or we can choose square, noise, or sample and hold, and then any of the 500 some waveforms. And if I remember the manual correctly, the LFO sync rate goes up to 1,000 hertz. Which, like, that is fucking crazy. One of my favorite features, though, that I've discovered so far is the FM modulation can be random. So you can have a random value change within a value of like 13 here. And that could be either random on the first note on if you're doing paraphonic, or random with every note on. So we could get like different LFOs, different oscillator tunings and whatever. I mean, that is just super, super cool. Trying to think where my other favorite patches are. Oh yeah, so this does like percussion sounds too. With swing. And we can actually change these relatively in time, which is pretty cool. Synth is quiet. I could try and turn it up more. Probably don't want to do much more than that. It makes some, like, beefy kicks. So I can't wait to like sample out some kicks and stuff from this because it is heavy. So let's maybe use this, I guess, as a filter envelope. We need... why is this amp envelope not sustaining? That's the question. That's the hard part with this, is I'm still trying to learn my way around it because some of the UI and UX stuff is a little bit difficult. Let's just like make a random sound. We can also blend waveforms, which is really, really cool. So there's slice and fade mode, so we can like fade between two waveforms to create new ones. which is pretty cool. What's going on here? I don't want glide. Don't need key syncing, I don't think. Frequency mod. There we go. So envelope 1. We also have noise generators and ring modulators. So you can create some like dang complex sounds with this. Yeah, price point I'm not sure on. I think it kind of comes down to like production stuff. I don't know if the future retro folks are in the chat or not. Maybe they could clarify. So yeah, let's find a different sound we could use as a starting point because I don't totally... Oh, here's like some percussion again. There we go. Nice. I think we'll use this one as a starting point. Filter envelope, so filter. Cool. Waveform. Slider 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then oscillator 4. Okay, mixer. Envelope mod. So I think the envelope for this is actually each oscillator's envelope. Oh, no? Oh, is that the frequency mod envelope? So frequency. Okay, frequency mod. Oh, envelope 1 is affecting the frequency mod. Okay, so if I go to envelope without any frequency mod. And we should be able to set that to linear. Envelope 2. Should be. I'm just trying to create like a quick pad sound here. So filter, LFO mod. Ah, there we go. Okay. Nice. Give me a little bit of this. And then a drive. Because overdrive makes everything better. Make oscillator 4 a fifth. Not too bad. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, I mean, vector synths are really good for that kind of stuff. So let's find some other things real quick, just to play with. That's nice. Ooh. I wonder... Dangerous on a stream, but through Infiltrator. Damn. That's neat. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, see, that's why I'm excited for this thing. Like, I can't wait to fuck with this and start sampling. I think the patch has actually saved the quantization from the sequencer. Oh, now I need to load the sound end sequence. Some nice brass. Presets do need like a bit of work, I think. But like, not a huge deal. Just make it like some Oberheimy brass. Yeah, it does really like good classic synth tones, I think. There we go. So this is a good way to demo this. The sequencer can actually be quantized to different scales, so we could get like minor pentatonic here, and now if I play, it actually quantizes everything to minor pentatonic. So you can't play any wrong notes. And it's cool because you can also glide between notes, which is really neat. We can also transpose scales on sequences and stuff, which I did a little bit earlier. The mixer joystick. Yeah, so this is a Vectra synthesizer. So the mixer actually blends between the 4 different waveforms. So if I change oscillator 4 to something really crazy, and oscillator 1, oscillator 2, oscillator 3. Sure, and now we should be able to, if I just open up the filter. So a Vectra synthesizer works with 4 voice generators, basically. So 1 shape, 2 shape, 3 shape, 4 shape, and you could blend between them. And we could see that on the oscilloscope here. Which is really great for, like, real big pads and evolving things. Those sorts of things. I got some cool claps. Fade between different waveforms. So, yeah, really, really cool things it could do. And with all the different modulations, like we can mod LFOs with other LFOs. So it's basically like one little self-contained semi-modular synth. There's some cool patches later. Oh yeah, and then there's the capacitive touch. FM bass. And the glide, you can actually adjust the glide time. And the glide time can also be adjusted per oscillator. So you have 4 separate glide times you could do, which is really weird. Makes some cool, like... And there's a nice poly. Except this is paraphonic, not true polyphonic. Not sure why they called it poly. I believe the manual said poly. They called it poly because it sounds better. So it's like, sure, okay. So because it's paraphonic, they all share the same filter. Which, like, may or may not be desirable. But if you've ever played with the Arturia Mini or Micro Freak, it's the same thing. But this might be a good one to demo the poly modes. So there's different modes of polyphony, where it'll restart on different touches, retrigger, for sequential, for stack, something like that. I don't know what the modes mean yet. And round robin. So there's different, like, ways to get polyphony out of this, which is nice. Yeah, I like how, I don't know, it ranges between really, like, clean sounds and very digitally, like, almost aliasy, old school, virtual analog. I can't remember where they were. It was somewhere in, like, the 200s, maybe. Oh, here's some kicks. Oh yeah, there's like a great. And we could mod that with like the LFO. We can also key track the mod. So that way we can get like actual proper filter FM. And you can also do such with the oscillators somewhere. Frequency. Oh, yeah, we could key track or not key track the oscillator. That was it. So, yeah, some really nice, like, growly filter FM. Some hats. Echo. Weird sequency things. Good, like, classic synth things. I like that one. I don't remember. Oh, Murph bass, I think, was one of them. So you can get some, like, fucking mean. Like, Reese things. Balanced outputs, I think it's one balanced output. Shit, I clicked the button. But it's mono out. So it really, really shines with effects for sure. God damn it. I keep clicking the button to go back. Or to load, and you're not supposed to do that. Still getting used to it a little bit. Oh, and it has a drone mode, which is nice. Oh. Must be tuned. One thing I will mention that's cool is you can actually load independently the sound and the sequence. So like if we just load this one, and I don't like that sequence, but I like the sound, I could just pick a different sequence. And same with the sounds. I could load just a sound. And then just a sequence again. That's a pretty handy feature. I imagine that's going to be nice once I figure out how the fuck the sequencer works. Yeah, where the hell were the other ones I liked? Oh yeah, you can do hard syncing. So in this case, the syncing is controlled with aftertouch, which is cool. Yeah, I guess that's kind of it. Oh, silver box. This must be like the 303s. Sequence, go. I know we can like goof with the sequence. So yeah, there's a really powerful sequencer that I do not understand. That's neat. I know there was one. That's weird. Maybe it was in the 400s. No? Don't remember. Ouch. That's cool. Change some waveforms. Why don't we? See, there's like some good filter FM. That one doesn't do anything there. So yeah, that's Vectra, basically. And I don't know, that's all I have really to talk about. I was going to try and make a track or something, but I don't know, it's like Friday and I want to go eat chicken wings, and I don't really know what else to say about it other than that's pretty much it, you know. It's a Vectra synth, but it's really, really damn powerful Vectra synth, and it does lots of cool things. And I'm definitely excited to figure out more about it. I've really only had the last like 48 hours to play with it because I've been busy building decent sampler instruments and editing video footage and stuff. So yeah, I guess maybe we'll hang to answer some questions for a minute. If everyone feels so inclined. There we go. I'm back. So yeah, that's Vectra so far, and I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah, if everyone here buys Dust, my expansion pack with Lunacy Audio, with the code Mustache10, you could get $10 off to get it for $19. So Ollie back there can have his special allergic boy food. Are you allergic? He's asleep. And allergic. Deeply allergic, apparently, to fucking everything. Yeah. Yeah, given the outcome, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the groomer, so I'm gonna call and talk to them tomorrow just to ask, like, what the hell? That's not cool. Like, because it was a deep gash on his back and on his tail, and then, like, one on his butt. And I think it's, like, maybe he was in one of those metal crates or something, like, after they dry him. And he must have, like, scratched himself on it. That's the only thing I can think of. Because it was, like, the one in his back, there's no way that didn't bleed, like, fucking everywhere. So, not too pleased with that, but it happens. Have a beer with them wings. No. I've had more than enough drinking at Knobcon for the foreseeable future, but I think I'll finish my Good and Gather raspberry hibiscus hipster drinks. Presumably the OLED has a screensaver. Yep. So that, I don't know if it showed earlier in the stream, but there's like a ball animation to prevent burn-in on the OLED screen, which is nice. Have you heard of Crass? I have not. Joysticks look great. How do they ever see joysticks that don't return to the center? Yeah, no, these 3 of them are free, and then the pitch bend and mod wheel one is a locking snap joystick. So that's nice, and hopefully they output MIDI. I haven't tested that yet, but that would be dope if I had 3 XY controllers that sent MIDI out to the DAW. That would be really, really cool. Do you like Blue Moon? I do like Blue Moon. The Blue Moon iced coffee beer is one of my favorites. And the Blue Moon mango wheat one is pretty good as well. There was MIDI through, right? Yes, MIDI in, MIDI through, and MIDI out. And then the patches are saved onto a micro SD, and you can store, if I remember right, reading the manual, 999 patches. Pretty sure. So that's exciting, and I'm really, really, really excited for this thing. I have been, like, wanting one bad for a minute, and then, yeah, it was like, Future Retro closed, and it was like, God damn it, but now they're back, so yay. And then they set this one aside for me at Knobcon. So thanks, guys. Yeah, I'm like super excited to dig into this a bit more. I've played with it a little bit to like sample a couple sounds and kind of play with, which has been cool. I really like the drums I've been getting out of this because especially with the 3 different ring modulators, you can get some really weird percussive things. And by like goofing with the joystick while you hit the keys, that sounds really cool. And there's like some, I don't know, percussive stuff I haven't really heard anything do before, but I've never had something that has 3 ring modulators going on at the same time. And all the envelopes, yeah, you can have individual pitch envelopes per oscillator. You can mod the envelopes. Each envelope can be, I think it's a 7-stage envelope if I'm not mistaken, and you can have looping envelopes, so the envelopes can become like basically LFOs at certain points. It is just fucking crazy what this does. Do you like Trader Joe's carrot cake cookies? Yes. Got a whole box of them downstairs. Recommend a good free guitar plugin. Like sampled guitar. There might be some stuff for decent sampler, but it's really hard to sample a guitar and make it sound like a guitar. Yeah, I don't really know on that. I just haven't heard one I like. I've never needed one, though, because I know how to play guitar, and I have like a rack of guitars back there. So I'm probably not the person to ask, in all fairness. Because anytime I've needed a guitar, I'll just go record it myself. Love your patches in Synth Anthology 4. Thanks. Oh, there's the screensaver. Ah, there you go. So there's a little like Orby disky thingy. Oh, they do. Okay, yeah. So the manual probably has more information than I could condense in a stream here, but I just wanted to like show this and play with it a bit and show some things it does, because I'm really excited. I just like don't know how to really use it yet, and the sequencer part is probably what I'm most excited for, because the sequencing, you know, having all these joysticks and stuff, there's a lot of hands-on control. I just need to figure out how the sequencer works. So I'm probably gonna have to like unstupid my brain and just commit to watching that really long video on the Future Retro channel, or try and figure it out, because the manual sort of explained it, but like not really. So can you really tell outboard gear from VSTs if the track sounds are mixed or processed or done correctly? Meh. Maybe. I don't know. Probably just depends. Like, I don't really think people care. Like, I don't think your audience gives a shit, but like, if it sounds better to you, then sure. I don't think there's a need for hardware by any means, you know? Like, people make... I just started giving my wife some of my old stuff because she wanted to get into production again. And I just gave her my Mini Lab keyboard, my Mini Fuse interface, some old headphones, and then I gave her the Micro Freak. And she's just been using Complete Start and Analog Lab, and she's been making tracks just fine. I don't even think she's turned on the Mini Freak yet, so, you know, hardware is cool if you like hardware. Bill S., your channel's been very inspiring. Well, hey, thanks. Welcome for the Vectra. Look forward to what you do with it. Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm really, really interested to dig in a bit more and figure out how it works. Because there's just a lot happening under the hood all at once. And I think I need to reflash the SD card to get the initialize patch on it, because this one doesn't have the init patch, which, I don't know, in my brain it's just easier if I start from the initialized, like just a saw wave. I could figure things out from there. NI control keyboards, no. I just got my new Casio PX S7000, so... Don't know, don't care. I don't need another keyboard. I'm sure they're cool, but I haven't even looked at them. Is there a point where it's too late for a music and sound design career? I don't think so. I mean, you know, I think it's just... If you're going to try and run out and be like a young hip-hopper and you're like 48, that might come across as a bit weird, but, you know, if you're just making good shit, I think that's what matters. You know, I think... Yeah, as long as you're not dating yourself or like assigning yourself to like a generational sound, then who cares? You know, great music is just made by great musicians. The Juno-esque synth coming to FL Studio. I haven't even heard about that. I have not kept up on news lately. I've been mostly scoring that game Ground Branch, and a couple other things I'm working on. So between that and all the sample instruments, Dust and the Faceplant Bank and all that, I just haven't had any time to look at anything. Are you gonna make a video about it? I don't know. I was talking to Ben, and Jeremy over the weekend at Knobcon. And mostly Ben has been like pushing me to get back into gear videos. So maybe at some point I need to figure out a way to do a gear video that's not a gear video. Like, I don't want to demo things. I don't want to review things because that's fucking stupid and I'm tired of it and I hate it. So if I figure out a way to make an interesting video about it, then sure. But until that point, I don't know, because it's just not worth the time to make a video that's going to get like 20,000 views if I'm going to invest all the time it takes to like do my normal style of editing and stuff. So if and when I could figure out a good idea on a video, yeah, but I just don't know what my gear videos would look like going forward, because over the last year, I've just refused to do them, and that's been great, actually. So if I could find a way to make gear videos that are really interesting and worth watching, then yeah. But for the most part, like, I think YouTube Shorts are kind of my ideal gear video. It's just like, hey, here's a thing. Here's something it does. Cool. You know, because I just, when Loopop exists, I don't know why I'm going to make a gear video. You know what I mean? Hardware synths have a ton of latency when I trigger them from Ableton by USB. You might try a MIDI interface instead. I know if you're using USB and you have like a USB bus with like 10 things happening, that could be kind of fucky for USB MIDI, but I don't know. I would check like the Ableton forums maybe, because it could just be an Ableton thing, or there's like a compensation setting you can use. I don't really know. Am I a member of any Red Lobster affiliate programs? Not currently, but we have a Gen 2 Children of Red Lobster shirt dropping eventually, so stay tuned. Synchrotron, thanks for hanging. How does it feel to press down on unpressable buttons? It's not bad. I suppose, though, I've gotten pretty used to the Mini Freak, or sorry, Micro Freak. I always get the two confused. The Micro Freak has the same like capacitive keys, so I've had that for a long time now, like a couple years, so I'm pretty used to that. So this, yeah, doesn't bother me. Once you get used to it, then it's fine. It's weird at first. Like, there's no way of getting around that. It's very, very different. It's kind of like playing the Roly, like, membrane keyboards and stuff. But once you understand it, it's, like, no big deal. You know, because I play regular keys all the time, and I could switch right to this without it being a problem. South Park video was great. Thanks. Yeah, videos I'm passionate about. Yeah, I made a Knobcon video that I think I'm gonna release. I can't tell though. It's in a weird aspect ratio too, which is kind of fun. But yeah, gear videos, like, part of me wants to get back into talking about gear, but like with where GearTube is at anymore and all the shilly bullshit, I'm just over it and I don't want to be a part of it. So it's like, if I make a gear video, it has to be a Venus Theory video, and I don't know what that is yet. And like, until I can answer that, I'm not going to do any gear videos. But if I could find a way to do that where, like, you know, the video is just not about the gear, then sure. I just got to like not violate my own rules so I don't feel like shitty about it. If you make shorts, do you have a list of what you do something from? Yeah, shorts, I usually just get an idea of like, oh, hey, I've been goofing around with this. I should just talk about that. Because, like, there's no point in making a 10-minute tutorial on something I could teach you in, like, 60 seconds. You know, hey, here's a chord. Hey, here's a way to do the inversion in a nice way. Cool, thanks for watching. And there's no need to be like, hey, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into today's video, So, you know, shorts are kind of my ideal gear outlet right now, I think. Any suggestions on contact mics? Not really. I just searched contact mics on Amazon for mine, and I found, I think they're 55 millimeter ceramic contact elements or piezo elements. They were like under $10, and it was like a 10 pack of them or something. I would just advise get the biggest ones you could find. Modify recordings and pigments, like recording a voice and layering it in the synth engine. For that, you would just have to sample your voice and put it into pigments, if that's what you're asking. So you could go like, ooh, and then put that in the granular engine and layer it against that. Or the sample engine, sample or granular. Let's see. Prefer this. Yeah, same. I like streaming with gear too, for sure, because it's like I could just play with it and it's no pressure and I don't care. And like if the stream only gets 10,000 views, then like I don't give a shit. You know, that's a lot of fucking views, and that's probably just as many views as a gear video would have gotten anyway. So, and same with shorts. Like my worst performing shorts do like 20,000 views or so. So it's like even on a bad day, that's more views than my video about this is gonna get probably. Oh, Nornek is here. Nornek is the maker of MIDI Noose. MIDI Noose is a fantabulous nonlinear sequencer available on Steam for only $25. And if you don't get it, I know where you live. Did you make any point where you explain your hybrid workflow, synth and effects? No, I'm not going to do a video on that because that's going to get like 5 views. But I'm going to be doing a studio walkthrough for my patrons sometime next month. I have a couple NDA things here I can't show right now, but after the NDAs expire, I'll be doing a walkthrough video for my patrons, just showing my studio and like how things are wired and what gear I use to connect shit and all that kind of stuff. Shorts are excellent. Well, hey, thank you. The Minilog XD. Minilog's a great synth. I mean, everyone I know that has one really likes the Minilogs, so I don't know. I haven't heard any bad things about them other than, like, you know, if you want big wavetables and, like, crazier stuff, the Minilog is a little more limited in scope. But it can load, like, the extra oscillator engines and stuff from, like, Sine Vibes or whatever. So it's, like, pretty damn powerful. But I don't know anyone that's like not enjoyed theirs. I know a lot of people that have owned them and then sold them, but I don't know that anyone I know that has owned one has really had like, oh, I fucking hated that thing, you know? Breathalyzer, Sean Johnson, how you doing? Nice to see you at Knobcon. Oh, Yuffie, hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We're kind of wrapping up here. For not making lame gear reviews. If you did that, we would not have given you a synth. Well, hey, see? Exactly. But yeah, I'll probably do a couple shorts with this at the very least, just to demonstrate like some ideas. And not ideas you would need this for, but just like interesting synth ideas, because the Vectra does some really cool shit. A lot of which can be done on other synths, so, you know, maybe that for now. But if I figure out a cool gear video thing, then sure, but meh. Yeah, so I guess that's pretty much it. So, in conclusion, in the news, don't forget, I've got new free decent sampler instrument, Ephoris, out now. New instrument from Knobcon, which is going to be free coming probably next week or so. A new free phase plant bank. With lots of cool stuff. And my bank with Lunacy Audio called Dust. Has lots of cool things. And that's available now, and if you use the code Mustache10, one more time in the chat, I guess. Mustache 10. If you use that code at checkout on the Lunacy Audio website, you could get it for only 19 bucks. And that's the last sale, and that ends next Friday. So there's that. The new free stuff is on my Gumroad page. You could find that on my website, or linked down below, I think, maybe. venustheory.gumroad.com. The new free stuff, and then new other free thing coming next week. But the free things are pay what you want. So if you enjoy them, you could give me $1 or a couple dollars or several dollars or no dollars, depending on your ability to give me money so that I could pay for my dog's fucking allergies, apparently. Yeah. So I guess that's it. Any other last burning questions? What is your favorite budget-priced hardware synth? Company of Quail. Already said it, really. Mini Freak or Micro Freak? If you have the money, the Arturia Mini Freak, in my opinion, is like the hardest synth to beat right now. Because it's polyphonic, it's got a gajillion fucking oscillator modes, 3 built-in effect slots, mod pitch wheel. It's got a really, really decent mod matrix. The different like distortion types and reverb types and blah blah blah, and it does sequencing, and like the Mini Freak for I can't remember if they changed the price. It's like $650 or $600 now or some $500 now. I don't know. There was like pricing up and downs, or maybe that was something else they did. I don't know. Anyways, point being, yeah, the Mini Freak is like the ultimate beginner synth right now, I think. The Micro Freak is a really, really solid competitor as well, but it's paraphonic and not polyphonic, which you may or may not like. It's a thing you have to kind of get used to. Meh. Because, yeah, paraphonic's not bad. Polyphonic is probably preferable if you're coming from the land of, DAWs and plugins and whatnot. And I think that's it. Busy bee. I am. And after this, I have to wrap up decent sampler stuff. I need to finish some coding, write some more music for Ground Branch, and then I got to get ready to go to Paris next month for another really big project. So, yay. And I need to finish the video from Knobcon and decide if I'm going to release it, and then I need to figure out new videos on the channel. So, who needs sleeping, right? How long have you been playing guitar? Since I was like 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there. Long time now. What's your most recommended decent sampler pack? Out of my packs, I don't know. It's like kind of what are you looking for? There's a bunch of free ones too. I make free editions on the Decent Sampler store, so you could try some of those. Ones like Thisia is kind of cool for textures and stuff. Volitions is really nice string things. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to recommend because I try to make different ones, so they're all very different things. But there's demo tracks for all of them if you just want to like hear what they do. Should I keep trying to produce when I am in depression? I mean, if it's like helpful, if you still enjoy doing it, then sure. But I feel like if you're in a shitty mood and you go into work on a song and then you feel shitty because you can't make anything, that's just going to make you feel shittier. So I think that's kind of a self-defeating thing. I think music is always an outlet. And if you don't really have anything to express with it, then there's no point in sitting down and doing it. If you just want to like play piano or goof around, then sure. Like, not everything has to be an end product all the time. And I think especially when you're depressed or you feel really burnt out, it's easy to come back to that process with an expectation like, I am going to make a song today. And there's really nothing in the creative process saying that. You're just telling yourself that like, I am going to go do X to produce Y. I'm going to go paint to make a new painting. I'm going to go grab my camera to take a bunch of photos. And that could be not helpful. So if you feel like producing, go for it. If you don't, go for a walk, watch a movie, eat some ice cream, eat hot wings, or just do nothing at all for a minute. I think if you bring too much to that process and then you feel like shit about it, you're just going to sort of train your brain that like, oh, I suck at music now. And that's really not helpful. I guess that's it. Subsequent 37 video. Yeah, I really want the subsequent 37. I sold a bunch of my old stuff on Reverb now, so I do have a little bit of money. But now that the goddamn dog has a million allergies, I think that's reserved for goddamn dog with a million allergies. He's dead asleep back there. Paris. Arturia project? I don't know. Stay tuned. Sometime in December, something is happening. And it involves Paris. Well, it involves me going to Paris. It doesn't involve Paris. All of Paris is going to grow mustaches for me. That's the thing. All right, well, I guess that's it. Yeah, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. I know this wasn't really much of anything. I just wanted to show this thing off because I'm just like, I'm so fucking excited about the Vectra. Like, and to finally have one, I'm so pumped because it does a lot of weird things and it's really tweaky and bizarre, and that's the stuff I'm super into. So I can't wait to learn more about this and sort of decode the secrets of the Vectra. And then maybe, I don't know, in a couple weeks, schedule permitting, we'll do another stream and actually like make some music with this and not just like fucking poke around presets and whatever. So yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah, I guess that's it. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday. For me, it's still like mentally Tuesday because it's just been busy, but a lot of cool shit coming up. Couple of new projects coming up, which will be announced next month, I believe. Ground Branch on Steam, I'm doing the soundtrack for, if you're into tactical shooters and stuff. It's a fun game, and it'll have my music in it, which is exciting. MIDI Noose, MIDINOUS, is available on Steam as well. If you want to fuck around with some different sequencing stuff and get really weird with MIDI and whatnot, highly recommend it. It's only $25, and it's got presets by ya boy. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think we'll stream again next week or so. I got to make some videos. I got to make a bunch more shorts and then get ready to leave for Paris. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Go make some music, or don't if you don't feel like it. Eat some hot wings, or don't if you're not so inclined. And that's it. Be good, and join the Discord if you want. Free stuff on my Gumroad, venustheory.gumroad.com. Lunacy Audio Dust, Mustache 10 at checkout gets you $10 off, and a free copy of Cube Mini if you need it. So you could just play with it right away. New free thing next week-ish, and that's it. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.